Welcome to today's video. In this episode I'm going to be reviewing the new James Bond film, James Bond No Time to Die. It's the 5th film with Daniel Craig playing James Bond. It's also his last film playing James Bond, and it came out a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to review it, say what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. And I'm going to say from the jump, I didn't really like it at all. I didn't like it that much, but I haven't really liked many of Daniel Craig's James Bond films. I think a couple have been really good. Casino Royale was really cool when it came out, bit like Jason Bourne, but a breath of fresh air, and was well done. Mads Mikkelsen's good in that film. The Skyfall one was good. They go back to Scotland. And but yeah, some of the other two hit and miss. But if you like those films, I would guess you would like this film. But as I say, because I didn't like those films particularly, I didn't particularly enjoy this one. But I'll get onto some of the reasons why while talking about it. So this film starts with Daniel Craig as James Bond on retirement, and that's another thing about this James Bond. He's quite work shy. He's always in retirement. In nearly every film he's trying to retire, or he is retired and then comes back, and do that for one film, you know, make that part of the story in one. But they seem to keep doing it, and I think the reason they keep doing it with this Bond is because he's so fragile, is definitely the wrong word, but he's so conflicted all the time. You know, his heart's broken. How is he dealing with this trauma that he's going through? And when I see a James Bond film, I'm hoping for a bit of escapism. Like I say, I think they took that from Jason Bourne, but then James Bond isn't Jason Bourne. He's a slick, stylish spy killer. He's got a license to kill. He's the most confident man in the world. You know what I mean? He talks to anyone. He get with anyone he likes. No one can kill him, and he's suave, and he's got crazy gadgets. But this Daniel Craig version, I don't think is like that really at all. So anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. He's on a vacation while being retired with his partner, who's from one of the other films. Her name's Leah Seydoux. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but she's been in a host of other films. She's a good actress. Yeah, they're on holiday together. Somebody makes an attempt at his life. Really great action scene. The action is good in these films. He gets away. He doesn't trust her. He thinks she had something to do with a plot. She says she doesn't, but they split up, and then he goes his own separate ways, and then a series of events happen that, you know, pulls him back in. The guy who played Freddie Mercury in the new Queen film, I've written his name down somewhere, Rami Malek, he's the villain in this. Bit generic, sort of Eastern European. You know, they've kept that trope. They've got rid of a lot of tropes, arguably some of the more comical or funnier or just light-hearted tropes. They've taken those away, but they've kept, you know, the villain is pretty standard. Bond villain, you know, it's either world domination or money or new government. Jeffrey Wright returns. He's been in a lot of the other films, if not all of them. American actor. He's in it. A few other people are in it, but like I say, it's long. I mean, it goes all over the globe, so it's beautiful to look at. And the female gaze is somewhat strong in it, which is a good thing. You know, Daniel Craig's flexing and got his shirt off more than any other characters, and he's very much, well, he's just always so broody. But yeah, he puts in a decent performance as Bond. I think he's pretty checked out though. I'm fairly sure, I can't quote them, but I'm fairly sure he didn't want to do Bond, or he didn't want to do any more Bond films a while ago, and was quite open and public about that. So I don't think it's ever great when the main star of the film doesn't want to be in the film. But I'm not an actor, so I can't really comment on sort of psychological state you've got to be in to perform. Though maybe I would have an idea on how to do that. But yeah, his performance is pretty good. Like I said, the action's really good. I didn't really buy him and the actress being in love as what they're supposed to be. The couple, they're supposed to have like this real passionate, all-encompassing love for one another, but I didn't really buy that. I didn't think the chemistry was particularly there between them. Like I say, if you like the other films, you'll probably like this one because there's callbacks. There's so many callbacks to Eva Green's character, to the guy who's in Inglourious Bastards' character, Spectre. Obviously, you've got M in that, and Q, and there's a new 007 in this one that caused a bit of a stir, but she's good in it. Her and Bond do have this back and forth. By the end, there's sort of mutual respect gained, but there's two 007s because he's retired and they gave his number to somebody else. Anna de Aramis, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's in this. She's got a good scene. She's like an American spy. That's really good. Some of the dialogue is like cheesy in a good way. Like some of the Bond type one-liners, they make a return. Daniel Craig's never really done that, so that was like raised a smile when those came on. But yeah, for me, it's a no. If you like these Bond films with Daniel Craig in them as James Bond, definitely go and see it. It's got a lot of good reviews. If you haven't really enjoyed many of the Daniel Craig films, definitely swerve. Definitely swerve. Watch it when it comes out on a streaming platform, or never. if you don't really like them. But if you've got an Odeon pass, get yourself down there. If you friends with someone, a loved one that wants to go see it with them. Like I say, the action's good, it's long. I'm glad that Daniel Craig can move on to other films. It'll be interesting to see what he does next. It'll be interesting to see who they cast as Bond next. I mean, maybe Bond's just done. We'll see. But yeah, that's my review on James Bond. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe. I think that helps. I'm not really sure how, but I think that helps. Yeah, I've got a few more of these to do. And then Eternals this Friday. Also, Movember, I might leave a link. I'm trying to raise £100 by the end of November for having this mustache. So if you would support with that, that would be great, because I'm going to support it too. Anyway, all the best. Cheers.